John Michael had always been the quiet type, the one who stayed in the shadows and let his actions speak louder than words. But in the middle of the desert, under a blazing sun, his silence became his greatest weapon. He was part of Delta Recon, an elite unit deployed on a mission deep behind enemy lines. Their objective was simple in theory: infiltrate, gather intel, and extract without leaving a trace. But as any soldier will tell you, simple rarely stays simple. The team moved like ghosts, their boots barely whispering across the sand. John Michael led the way, scanning every dune, every shadow, and every abandoned building. He knew the enemy was watching, waiting, but his nerves were steel. Years of training had forged him into someone who could act under pressure while everyone else froze. At night, the desert transformed. Shadows stretched like fingers, and every sound seemed amplified. The team reached the target, a hidden communications hub, but it was surrounded by patrolling sentries and motion sensors. John Michael's heart pounded not with fear, but with anticipation. He signaled his team, and they moved as one. Silently, he disabled the sensors and neutralized the sentries one by one. It was surgical. Every step was precise, every breath controlled. Within minutes, the hub was theirs. John Michael plugged in the intel drive, copying enemy communications, troop movements, and strategic plans. Just as the last file finished transferring, alarms blared. They had been detected. Chaos erupted. Gunfire lit up the night. John Michael's training kicked in. He led his team through a maze of tunnels he'd scouted earlier, covering their retreat while under heavy fire. Hours later, exhausted and covered in dust, the team reached extraction. A helicopter swooped in, its rotors slicing through the night. John Michael was the last to board, making sure no one was left behind. As the aircraft lifted off, he looked down at the desert, silent again except for the echoes of a mission completed. Back at base, his commanding officer clapped him on the shoulder. "You didn't just follow orders, Michael. You led, you survived, and you brought us victory." John Michael didn't respond, he never did. He just wiped the sweat and sand from his face, already thinking about the next mission, already ready for the next shadow.